Breaking news, a new and challenging day for residents of Maui. Many are getting their first glimpse of the devastation left by the wildfires. And that tragedy is poised to be the deadliest wildfire event in U.S. history, with the death toll already reaching 80, and it will likely climb. Even with the flames extinguished or contained, dangers still persist. Maui officials warn harmful contaminants may be in the Lahaina water system, and highly toxic dust particles could make the air dangerous to inhale. Meanwhile, Hawaii's Attorney General is conducting a review of the decision-making and policies leading up to and during those wildfires, amid questions over whether authorities should have done more to warn residents. And FEMA now says it will cost more than $5.5 billion to rebuild from this disaster. Even now, residents and officials in Maui are still coming to grips with the scale of destruction and desperation.
We want to reunite families. We want to give people information, whether they're family members at one of our shelters or whether they are among those that have perished.
We hear them crying, their tears, their desperate pleas. It's real. It's very real for me.
This is going to take years to recover.
I'm joined now by Jeremy Greenberg, Director of the Operations Division at FEMA. Wow, Jeremy, there's so much on your plate. What is your agency's biggest challenge right now?
Good afternoon, and thank you for having us on. FEMA is working right now with the state of Hawaii, focused primarily on our search and rescue operations and life safety mission of ensuring that everyone has a shelter to live in, has water that they need, and can breathe clean air. We will also work with our state partners to ensure that this recovery operation, which will be prolonged, as you just talked about, is jump-started to get people back to a sense of normalcy.
How concerned are you about those environmental dangers that still persist? You talk about the water, you talk about the air. How effective can your efforts be at trying to help the residents?
FEMA and all federal interagency partners are bringing every resource that the state of Hawaii needs, and that includes temporary water for those who are potentially in areas that are still contaminated, as well as other capabilities to make sure that the state of Hawaii has everything that is needed as these citizens work through the devastating effects of the wildfire.
You know, Maui, it's more than 2,000 miles from the mainland U.S. How difficult does that make it to deliver relief? I mean, it seems like it would be an added component that you've got to deal with.
Certainly, the distance is a little bit of a challenge. However, FEMA has a permanent presence in the state of Hawaii. We have a distribution center, we have an office, and immediately as the fire started, our teams were in coordination with Hawaii officials to figure out what resources might be needed. From that point, we started deploying resources from the islands in and around Hawaii, as well as from the mainland states. We've had over 150 FEMA employees that have arrived. We have more arriving by the day. The FEMA administrator, the U.S. Fire Administrator, and the SBA Administrator are all in Hawaii today working with state officials to figure out what else the federal government can bring to assist the citizens that are impacted by this.
Yeah. Jeremy, what started this fire? And was there any conceivable notion that it could blow up the way it did?
There were dry fire conditions that had been forecasted in Hawaii, which always is a risk that we face, which is why it's critically important for people in Hawaii and everywhere to follow guidance of their local officials, make sure that they're prepared for disaster information, make sure that they have their alerts turned on, download the FEMA app, make sure that your settings on your phone are set for high, especially through the evening hours, and take those preparedness actions very, very seriously in cases of these types of disasters that unfold very quickly.
I know you've spent time, years in fact, as a volunteer firefighter. Can you explain how quickly these flames moved? Have you seen anything like that ever? Because you think about people, if the flames were so enormous, how fast must it have gone through there that they couldn't get out of the way?
Yeah, as you can see from the pictures, this was an amazingly devastating fire. When you talk about these types of fires moving as quickly as the length of a football field in 20 seconds or less, fueled by heavy winds that were in the area, it's an extraordinarily difficult fire, and it moves very, very quickly, which is why we encourage everyone to make sure that they are prepared for an immediate evacuation, that they have a go kit, and that they are listening to the guidance of local officials.
I hadn't heard that, Jeremy. That is stunning. 20 seconds to go the length of a football field. Okay, thank you very much. We'll have to sit with that one for a while. Jeremy Greenberg, thank you so much, and best of luck to you in all your efforts.